Man, that's
Hey
crazy,
man,
man. That was like a real life heroic, a real life superhero. Let's show the people the merch, bro.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Let me see. Can the people see it? Yeah,
You feel me? Get your
yeah.
Platinum Man hoodie.
yeah.
I got socks. I should have worn
Hey,
the socks right now. You feel me? But shop now. You know what I'm saying? Link in bio, my
hey.
Instagram.
So Platano, so did you decide to be a superhero because white people was acting crazy after Donald Trump became president?
Did I decide to be a superhero because Donald Trump became was president at the time, and I
I
was
mean, I
just fed
just
up
felt
with white
like
people?
yeah. I
It
mean, it
contributed to
seemed
it.
like
I'll tell you that. It contributed because you know what it is. Like you hear enough, and see enough like white people getting away with shit that after like seeing it like firsthand, you kind of be like, because you know you see a lot of those videos, and you know those comments that go on those videos, and they'd be like, "Yo, if I would have been there, it would have been different." You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah, yeah,
I'm over here just filming some crazy bitch on my phone because it's New York City, and there's always a crazy person to film in these trains.
yeah,
Because as y'all know, for whoever's been in New York, these trains are a mobile insane asylum. Them at the end, they're like people
yeah,
just these people they have nowhere to go. They're off their meds and they just ride their shit up and down. And whoever gets in their way is the next victim. So I'm over here like watching some crazy shit going down, and I'm like, all right, this is some ordinary New York shit. Let me just film it. I'm a content creator. Let me film some content. Them at the end. So I'm over
yeah.
here filming some content, and then when I noticed it was getting serious, then that's when I was like, all right, hold on, now I got to intervene because this is just ridiculous. Like she's actually just hurting her, and people are literally not doing nothing. Like it's fucked up.
That's crazy, man. So what you up
hey,
to now,
bro.
Yo,
man?
for
So
real.
time out. So after you did that interview, I mean, after you filmed, right, and then you getting interviewed on CNN, you was on newspaper, you was on magazines. Everybody was like, "Platano Man." You had your logo on the newspaper like Superman in New York.
Yo, for real. It was dope, man. It was so dope, man. I'm glad for all those opportunities that I got to like get interviewed and be on all those channels and shit. It was super fly, man. And it's so ridiculous that I was literally like on FM radio, but it took that to like blow me up.
For real.
Also,
Working.
before that, you were doing you was a DJ on at a radio station in New York. Tell the
Yeah,
people what
yeah,
you've been
yeah.
doing, bro. Tell them.
So for those that don't know, I'm a former on-air radio personality for Univision Radio, X96.3. I was rated number two in New York. I was
Hmm.
beating Hot 97, Z100 in ratings. I work with Luis Jimenez, who's the official Latin HBO voice. He has his own podcast. He ran the morning show there. I was his producer. I did like a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I ran a recording studio where I got to record Rod Digga, people from Terror Squad, El Varner, and Dipset, and various artists, and that's where I met you guys. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, what else? Then I went on to do my own radio show on Turismo.com, the Juan Ayala Show, and yeah, now I just podcast and try to sell my merch to my best ability. You feel me?
Definitely.
And just
Hold
save
on,
the
hold
day
on.
one train card at a time.
Hey. Hey, I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this. Whenever we in New York, Platano, bro, we be on the most we be on missions with Platano through subways. He tell us how to get to what stop to this stop to the other stop. And we we call Platano. We're not even with Platano. We like Platano. How do we get to how do we get to this and this, right? But Platano, you're missing one thing out, man. I remember that you say you were doing the comedy thing, bro. You know, and another thing is that
Yeah, it did.
you know you've worked with AJ Callejero. You've worked with AJ. You know what I'm saying? That's how we met AJ through you. You've also worked with the director. What's bruh from Panama name?
Oh yeah, yeah. Danny Hastings. Sorry, Danny Hastings. Shout out to Danny
Yeah, Danny
Hastings.
Hastings. You know, just to give the people a little bit of history of who you work with. You know, reputable people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
are you todavía estás haciendo comedia o qué es lo que es? ¿Qué estás haciendo ahora?
Oh yeah, I'm still building on that. There's literally been like no open mics or nothing like that because because the whole paragraph that we're in right now, whatever you guys
Yeah.
want to call it, the panty, the whatever. And shout out to anybody who's gonna get that vaccine. Make sure you get the Moderna one too, not the Pfizer one. The Pfizer one, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. And yeah, I've just been grinding, yo. I've been testing out products and showcasing products for a lot of companies. You guys were talking about the astronaut thing that I was wearing on my Instagram. So basically, like I always get like a bunch of companies to like they want to like promote their products through me. Either I'll hit them up or they'll hit me up and they just throw me a bunch of free stuff. That happened to be one of them, and I'm still getting roasted in my timeline as we speak. I've heard
Hey man,
everything.
people, go check it out, people. Y'all gotta go see Platano Man on his Instagram. He got this astronaut anti-coronavirus mask that he be
It's
wearing.
ridiculous.
Bruh, is it heavy on your head or what?
Yo, it's super uncomfortable. I hate it with a passion. It fogged up too after I put it on, and I couldn't even cross the street. I almost got hit by a car. I was like, nope, that's it. We got the picture. All right, we're good. Y para nada, yo. I'm getting like I think I'm really out here walking around like Mysterio, like I'm about to go fight Spider-Man or some shit.
All
Hell
right.
yeah, hell yeah. That's what
Wink
you
is
look like.
crazy, bro.
Oh, but there is one major project that I did recently work on that I didn't want to touch. I wanted to touch on, but I didn't want to go into too much detail. But I do
Yeah.
have a scripted podcast coming out that I got blessed with people from Loudspeaker Network. Shout out to Matt who hit me up, and I got the opportunity and the blessing to work alongside Luis Guzman, Redman, DJ K Capri, D Nasty. Shout out D Nasty. Shout out Juan Bago. It was an amazing cast and a great collection of New York Latinos that, for those that aren't familiar with, will be introduced to when it comes out. It's called Corner Wolves. So look out for that. And I play two characters. I play a sketchy bodega guy, and I play a security guard on it. And I do a bunch of background vocals and like fake parody commercial ads on the podcast that you'll hear. So yeah, so look
Man,
out
that
for
was
that.
dope. So you play
Yeah,
two characters?
I played two characters. Yeah, I was
That's
supposed to just
crazy.
do one role, and then they saw my range at the table read, and it was like, "Yo, we might have a second character we might need you to fill." And I was like, "All right, cool,
Yeah,
throw
that's
me in
dope,
there."
man. Congrats.
Hell yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. I can't wait till it comes out. And my mic
Oh,
just fell.
that was a ghost.
That definitely was.
You
Hey,
got a
That was
hey,
the
ghost in
that's
the
ghost
that
from
house,
Haters
man?
energy.
Past. That came in and fucked my
Hey,
shit up.
that's that superhero energy. You feel me? That boy got superpowers.
It's a Magneto shit. So
Hey,
yeah, so
man,
look out
so
for that. It was that dope, man.
yeah, man. So we're gonna have our friend Platano, man. You know what I mean? He's a real entertaining guy, man. We're gonna have him right here on RakaTV once in a while, man. So what's going on out there in the world right now, man? ¿Qué es lo que está pasando en el mundo? Me and you, we've been on that
Yo,
play
man.
house. What's that thing called? Playhouse?
At Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clubhouse it's been a hot mess, man, because it's a combination of a lot of intellectuals, a lot of business savvy people, hoteps, and a lot of ratchetness. So it depends what room you go into. And depending on what room you go into, you can get a lot out of. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whether it's a headache or a legitimate contact that'll give you a great referral and point you in the right direction of accomplishing a major goal. Like me and Dune were in a room the other day with Cherry Martinez, who's a radio personality, some execs from Rock Nation, and some Grammy award winning people. We got the opportunity to play your music for them for like 30 seconds, and it was fucking with it. He was
Mm-hmm.
fucking with it. It was a lot of language barrier bias, which is usually the case when you go into a hip hop room. But the fact that
Yeah.
aside from that, literally all of these people that were shit on every artist that played their music before you, which is like 100 people that we sat
Right.
online and were forced to listen to. By the time you got there, everybody's opinion was different, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? That it's a perfect outlet for people like who are ready, who don't got to get ready. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
time to like showcase your stuff to all these major people, because like literally like the whole like script flip. And if we went on a press run on some just clubhouse shit playing your music in all of these music rooms for all these execs, we would definitely get something out of it. We got to like clock in like 8 hours on Clubhouse and just do it and just that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Rico, me and Dune went into another room after that. Dune, that was crazy. We played his song for some lady who apparently was an animator for like Nickelodeon and Marvel, and she was already throwing ideas out about doing like a Nickelodeon animation type music
Mm-hmm.
video, like coming up with ideas for us and shit. Like,
That's
but yeah, you
fire.
also
That's
get a lot of
fire.
people. Yeah, it's mad fire, man. And now they're already talking about Elon Musk was on it the other day, and he had a room like 5,000 people that extended into a second room for just everybody else who couldn't fit into that room. You know what I'm saying? And they just said that he's going to go back on Clubhouse today with Kanye, but nobody has a specific time or date when they're going to do it actually. But that's crazy, man. The fact that you would get the opportunity to even play your music for them. You know what I mean? Get Elon Musk
Yeah.
to play your music in every Tesla that somebody buys, have your music in a Tesla commercial, have Los Rakas be the first artist to be played in space. You know what I'm saying? All because you could get the opportunity to play
Ooh.
your music for Elon on Clubhouse. Like if you think about it, the opportunity is there, and that's crazy to think about.
Now it's
Hell
definitely
yeah,
dope, man,
that's
because
dope.
you get a lot of people in one room. You know what I mean? That you won't usually get. You know what I mean? Normally,
Yeah,
it's dope.
it's super dope, super dope.
Hell yeah. So my brother Platano, man, thank you for calling us. You know what I mean? We got
Hey, time out.
Kalina.
Time out.
What you say, brother?
Time out. Hold on, Platano.
Yeah, yeah, I'm right
I
here.
just want people. I just want to, I just want to bring awareness to the world, man, because some people don't be knowing, man. When we were in New York one time, I remember this. I remember this one time. I don't know if you remember, Platano. We was at your homie's house, and then I just want to say shout out to Uber, shout out to Lyft, shout out to those companies because when we were over there, it was like late night. Platano got us a taxi. As soon as we hopped about to get in the taxi, the dude saw us and took off. You remember that?
Hey, for real?
Hey, you remember the missions that we would be on to get on the taxi? You remember those?
Yo, we would be on missions, bro. We would be on
Hey, shout
missions,
out
Missions,
Uber.
bro.
yo. Man, listen,
Shout out
yo, for
Uber,
real,
shout out
shout out
Lyft
Ubers, yo, for real,
because
yo.
before
Because
that,
this,
taxi. Go ahead. What was it?
yo, for real, no, that's mad hilarious, bro. And you know what? I'm glad he brought that up because literally, like, a major part of us becoming cool was when y'all first came to New York, and I would have to stop cabs for y'all because the cabs out here is so racist. Yo, I had to explain it to you guys, and it's true, right? Like, ever since Uber came out, like they just shut down the game. Like they ended racism, yo, one Uber ride at a time.
Hey,
Like it's literally like that was my whole life before Uber was just not getting cabs because I was black, just like on the corner with my hand out, looking like Hitler for like a half an hour. Like that shit was mad crazy, bro. Like like dead ass.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
shit
it'll
was
be
mad
snowing. You
crazy.
remember that? It'll be snowing. It'll be snowing. We be getting wet. We like, hey,
Yeah, the
flagging them
snow,
down. We right
everything.
there flagging them down, and they would ignore us. You remember that? I like,
Yo,
man.
that shit was a nightmare. Oh my god. I think there's a Souls of Mischief song that's about that's called it's called Cab Fare or some shit like that. And it literally explains our whole struggle. That's so funny, yo. But yeah, man, it was always a mission. It was always an adventure every time you guys came out to the city, man. We met like one of the times you guys came out here, we just randomly bumped into Paris Hilton. I'll never forget
for
that
real,
day. That
from
shit was
Paris
mad
Hilton.
crazy. That shit was just mad
Oh
Shout out
random,
yeah,
Henry.
bro. In the bodega.
yeah. And you know what? Yeah, I remember.
Hey, shout out
We
Henry.
were, hey, we were over there walking around. We were doing. We were looking for something neat. I forgot what we were doing. Oh, I think it was raining or it was hella cold. Oh, it was very cold. You remember
Yeah,
that? It was so cold,
it
bro.
was freezing. It
And
was freezing.
we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
let's just keep walking. So we walked, and then Paris Hilton hop out the whip, and then you were
yeah.
like, hey,
Right.
that was Paris Hilton, and we were like, nah, that ain't Paris. You tripping? It's like, nah, come on, walk you over. I'm gonna walk over there. Watch.
Yeah.
This man Platano walks over to the bodega, and long story short, he ends up paying for her for whatever she was buying. Platano ends up paying for it, and then Platano
This
was like,
man.
hey, he's filming it. And this is why I love Platano. I'm gonna tell y'all why I love Platano. This is why I love him because Platano just don't think about himself. He think about his
Yeah.
team. You feel me? So he tells Paris, he said, yo, Paris, send a shout out to Los Rakas. You feel
You
me?
feel me?
And Paris is like, what's up, Los Rakas? And then what's crazy is that we saw her at Coachella probably like a few months after that, and we were partying with. She remembered us.
Yeah,
We
she
were partying with
remember.
her
She
over there.
remember.
so dope, yo. That's so dope,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
Shout out
man.
Paris
That's an
Hilton.
amazing story, yo. You were, yo. Shout out Paris Hilton, yo. That's an amazing ass story, yo. That's
Yeah, for
crazy.
real. Yeah. Shout out Plátano, man. He didn't think about himself. He like, shout out Los Rakas. You know what I mean?
Word. I could have easily got like a drop from her, like easily just be like, "Yo, shout out my radio station, shout out." Da, da, da. But nah, yo,
Exactly.
Paris, can I get a shout out for Los Rakas?
Exactly.
She was mad hype.
Yeah,
She was like,
yeah.
"Hi, Los Rakas."
Hey, my brother Plátano, thank you for being with us, man. We definitely gonna bring you back. And I
Yo,
mean,
you
stay
already know.
tuned.
Much love.
Tell the
I love
people where can
y'all.
they find you, your Instagram and all that.
Yo, they can find me on Instagram at the Real Platano Man, on Twitter at Platano Man. Look out for any projects I got coming out. Corner Wolves. Be on the lookout for Corner Wolves, a scripted podcast starring Luis Guzman, D Nasty, Redman, Kid Capri, Truly. And yo, I love what you guys are doing with Rakas TV. This is so innovative. Since this pandemic happened, I've seen artists expand their resumes and venture off into other things. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain has a Twitch channel where he's just literally playing video games now for money. I've seen what Tyga has like a OnlyFans and shit. I'm so glad you guys are so creative. You guys didn't need to do that, and you have Rakas TV, and it's
Thank you.
flourishing. And I love your episodes. I did a binge watch the other day. Like you got every episode is popping. I've learned about so many new artists from your shows that you put me onto. And you guys are like what, like 25, 26 episodes deep now? Like this is
Yeah.
dope, bro.
Thank you, brother.
And,
Thank you,
and look
Appreciate
at
brother.
that. You guys did all of
Hey.
this. You guys did all of this without having to put a diamond on your forehead.
Hey, brother.
What the
Hey,
fuck? Who
brother.
does that,
Listen.
yo?
Hey, but you know what,
What
brother?
an
We
idiot.
appreciate you. We couldn't do it without our team. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Shout out to California Living. You know what I mean? California Dreaming. My brother over there, E. You know what I'm saying? It takes a group effort, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And we couldn't do it without none of them. You know what I mean? Everybody that's participated, that's added. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. You know what I mean? But it's love. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. Hell
Absolutely,
yeah.
yo. Yo,
Hey,
stay up,
respect,
y'all.
my
Thanks for
brother.
having me on y'all amazing show. I can't wait to come back. I love you, y'all.
It's love, manero. Hey, so, that was
You
Plátano
already know,
Man,
papá.
man. Super Plátano Man. You know what I mean? Ahora mismo lo vamos a dejar con un video de Outrageous Corina. Check it out. We be right back, man. The RakaTV. Tell somebody, tell somebody, tell somebody. Let's go.
Nah, I ain't falling off for shit. Yeah, everywhere I step is my office, bitch. Yeah, wrist on water, ain't no droplets. Yeah, you on bull like a crock of shit. Even in rocky waters, we don't dock the shit. I keep my head in the clouds, I'm an optimist. You keep your head in the sand, you a ostrich. Try to keep my hands clean, still mop a bitch. I don't like a nigga try to tell me what to do. I am not the one, nor the half of the two. My attitude stinks, got a tang, no woo. I don't give a fuck what a bitch think, who you? I'ma tell you what my problem is. Fuck that, man, I'm tryna stay positive. Ain't left the house in forever, that's approximate. Don't matter where a bitch at, I still pop my shit. Tell me, cause I don't know what's going on. Until then, we keep it black and white like dominoes. It feels like everything that could's going wrong. Feel like we falling down like dominoes. World on pause and y'all still on jaws. Man, the world going through it, how y'all still on fraud? It be the same old shit, I had to log on off. Time to pull up, got a mug of Sauvignon Blanc. It's 2 o'clock and I'm gigging to that ooh la la la. Tina Marie, head and slats on guard. Yeah, world on pause and we still non-stop. Hendrix, if you ask me where the hit come from. Yeah, and if it all ends today, at least I can say I had something to say. At least I ain't put this little life to waste. And I ain't never let a single soul blind my faith. It could be the end of times I ain't folding. Bitch, I'm still on the prowl until my bank's swollen. I'm still drinking and bitch, I'm still blowing. I don't know what's going on, but bitch, we still going. Tell me, cause I don't know what's going on. Until then, We keep it black and white like dominoes. It feels like everything that could's going wrong. Feels like we falling down like dominoes. Tell me, 'cause I don't know what's going on. Until then, we keep it black and white like dominoes. It feels like everything that could's going wrong. Feels like we falling down like dominoes. I don't know what's going on. Tell me, like dominoes. Oh, like dominoes. Oh, I don't know.
Yes. We back, man. RakaTV, man. That was Plátano, man. Se fue nuestro friend, Plátano, man, de Nueva York, dominicano. We got two artists, man, and I mean, two female artists doing their thing, dope artists, you know what I mean. Primero tenemos a Regis Karina, ella de San José, you know what I mean. Ella es una rapeadora, pero también ingeniera, you know what I mean. Esa es la única mujer que me ha grabado a mí excelente. So yeah, we got Regis Karina. I don't know, am I saying your name wrong? Because you changed it now, right?
I just changed it. It's just Karina.
It's Karina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She,
Just
she,
spell
she
with an
got
X.
with the X. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
not outrageous no more. She grew up out of that.
Yeah, I had to switch it up. I
For
had
sure.
to
Hey
you
man.
know.
So let me bring up the next artist. You know what I mean? Kalina Lawrence, una artista de allá arriba del West Coast también, una artista indígena que hace lo suyo. La tenemos con ustedes, Kalina Lawrence. Yo, what's good with my sis?
Hey, I miss you.
Oh,
It's good to see you for real.
man, good to see you too. Can we have the three of us on this thing? Oh yeah, man. This is our
Yes,
first.
sis.
You guys know each other?
Hey,
Yeah.
a
You
little
guys know
bit.
each other or no?
Oh
Wait, do
yeah,
we?
I met you a couple of times in the studio, and then you mixed my last single.
Oh, yeah. You work with B Dot. You used to work with B Dot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's a family gathering. It's a family
Yeah, it's been a
gathering, man.
while.
Man, you know, it's my first time doing this. And thank you guys for doing this. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of both of you guys. You know, uh, I wanted to ask Karina first. Um, where you when you started when you started doing music? Like what
I started
age?
writing songs when I was like probably like 8 or 9 years old.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
And what was it? Was it like a for like an outlet? Cause like how you started? You started writing music or recording at 9?
No, I started writing, so I wanted to be a singer, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I you know what I'm saying, I couldn't really sing for real. And I think I might have got like the Lil Bow Wow album, like the first one I think was called Beware of the Dog, where he was holding a dog. And that was like
Yeah.
the first rap album that I owned. Like not my dad owned that I
Yeah.
listened to. Like I bought that with my own little $13 or whatever. And I was like, "Huh," and I was kinda like a little introvert kid, you know, I was at the time, I was the only child, and I
Uh
remember
huh.
I wrote my first song, and it was like, "I got dimes and quarters in an eBay account. I got credit cards that never, ever, ever run out. I got money. Hey, I got money." Like, I ain't had no
One.
money, but yeah.
That sounded good, man. Damn, my first song didn't sound that
Yeah.
good.
No, yeah, for 8 years old, I was like the little hook had to hook on lock. Yeah, so
Yeah.
ever since then, I just I was writing ever since then. I never stopped ever. Like, and that was what I'm 27. I was probably like 8, 9. So shit, almost 20 years ago.
That's what's up, man. So she been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? She not new to this. She's true to this. What about you, Kalina?
Yeah, I feel like I started singing a lot of Coast Salish songs and indigenous musics
Hmm.
from like a super young age. I was probably like around 3 or 4, and then like I started writing poetry in like 5th grade. So I kind of started out more as like a poet in terms of writing, but I was just saying for cultural reasons, you know what I mean? And like for
Uh huh.
spiritual reasons. In the Northwest where I'm from, I'm Suquamish. So canoe journeys and like just music and that was like a really big part of my life. But I think people started telling me like that I should pursue singing like more in high school. And similarly, like I was not really that good. I just wanted to get better, you know what I mean? And I was like surrounded by people who supported me and believed in me. But I didn't write my first song until 2016. So I was 23 when I
Hmm.
actually like learned to write songs. And so yeah, it's just kind of been like a journey, different levels to the journey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so Karina, what artists inspire you? You said Bow Wow, but which other artists inspire you growing up?
Shit, I mean, I had a lot of artists. Like Eve was my favorite rapper for a second, but I think when I first, like the first after I stepped in the studio and started shooting videos and stuff, I think that was after I discovered Nicki Minaj.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. I lost you for a second.
Hey, Ma, you think you can turn up the? Are you talking to the mic or you talking to your cell phone? Yeah, speak up. If
I'm
you
talking. I
speak
think
up,
I'm
when you
talking to the mic. Can you hear me?
just
Can you
turn
hear
it
me?
up, just turn it up so we can speak, hear you better.
Turn it up. All right.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
How about now?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, so Eve,
Okay, yeah.
Bow Wow, but Bow Wow, motherfuckers be acting like Bow Wow wasn't the nigga back then. Bow Wow was the
No, he
nigga back
was.
then.
He just got annoying. Like he just talked too fucking much now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Like if he had just shut the fuck up and kept it player. Yeah, I don't know where he's from, but he don't know how to keep it player. Where whoever the fuck raised him did not teach him how to keep it P. That's fucked up because he talks too much, and that's what fucked his like rep up. Now when he tweets, we be like, man, shut the fuck up. It's fucked up because we always motherfucking chicken headed to his shit not that long ago.
Yeah, yeah, I was fresh
He
out of
just made
Panama.
he corny.
I was trying to Harlem shake and all kind of, you know what I mean? For real.
Shut,
Yeah,
shut.
my brother might have
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
brother might have messed it up, man. He might have been talking a little too much. You know what I mean? A little Bow Wow challenge and all that.
Swag. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta shh. But I think the real like when my catalyst into like putting out videos and going to the studio and stuff, I think that for sure was Nikki. Not even maybe that was a for sure. Once I
That's what's
seen
up.
Nikki do the BET cipher that one time, it was over. I was like, oh yeah, I could.
Hardcore Nicki Minaj fine,
What
bro.
happened?
Like Nicki be spitting. You know what I mean? So what about you, ma?
It's a tough one. Definitely had a lot of different musical influences
Uh
when I
huh.
was younger, but Etta James was a big one that I just
Mm.
loved to listen to all her songs. And um, there were like different movies. I think soundtracks were something that was like pretty influential, but for a minute, you know, uh Beyonce, she has this she performed this song called Listen. It was on oh, what was it?
Dream Girls.
Dream Girls. Yes, my bad. Thank you, sis. And that song, like I sang that song for my 8th grade talent show, and that was the one that like just spoke to me, you know what I mean? And like really helped me find my voice, and also just like the lyrics and like, you know what I mean, finding music that you feel like speaks to you and speaks for you. So,
Hmm.
you know, Beyonce, and then like more recently, like as I'm coming into rhyming and emceeing, Locksmith out of the Richmond, he's like
That's what's
definitely
up.
been a big influence in lyricism and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's
Yeah, shout out Locksmith. Shout
just a
out my
few.
Locksmith. Yeah, we were on tour with Locksmith. Shout out him. Shout out Zion and all them. And okay, so you guys both went to college. You graduated from San Francisco University, right?
University of San Francisco, yeah.
And then Corina, you graduated from, or you went to school. You have where you went to school.
I went to I went to DVC in Pleasant Hill.
So why is it so important to you guys to like not only do your craft but learn your craft, like went to school to actually learn your craft?
I mean, I didn't go to
You
school
know, it's
on purpose. I went.
Go ahead, go
Who will
ahead,
go first? Go ahead.
go ahead,
you
Karina.
you're good, sis.
I didn't. I didn't. Okay. I didn't go to school on purpose. Um, I kind of just went to pass time, and then I found out you get financial aid. Can y'all hear me? Oh, I lost everybody.
Nah,
I don't
nah, we
see
can hear
nobody.
you.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, I went just on some general ed shit, just to go so I could say I went, and then I found out that you get financial aid, and I was like, oh, bet I'm for sure gonna go. And then they had like a music program where you can get not a bachelor's, but like a AA, and
Uh
it's
huh.
called Music Industry Studies, and it was Pro Tools, it was production, it was entertainment law, it was projects in the music industry, which was like putting press kits together, throwing shows, all this type of stuff, sound for picture, like for like movies and stuff. And so I took a
Yeah.
bunch of those classes and I was like, yo, I love this shit. Like I could get paid doing something I actually like to do because at the time, I had like a job. I don't even remember. Like it was so trash, and I was like, "Yo, I could get paid for like being in music." And so I got really good at it. And mind you, at the time when I was in school, I was still recording my own music. Like I've been an artist since I started putting out music when I was like 16 ish. So
Hmm.
um once I learned Pro Tools, it was a wrap. It was over. Like I was like, yo, I know how to do this now.
Hell yeah.
I know how to communicate with my engineer. I damn near started deboing shit for my engineer that I know what I want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I took it on and I became so quick at recording, you know what I'm saying? From at the time I was making music and I still had access to my professor. So I was asking them like, yo, how do I do this? Stuff that nobody else in the class was asking because,
Yeah.
they weren't really like doing what I was doing at the time. I was really doing shows every weekend and you know what I'm saying? And in
Yeah.
school at the same time. So it's so beneficial. Yeah. School went crazy.
Okay, so that's when you fell in love with engineering.
That was it. That's why I was like, "Oh yeah, I could do this." What? And then the studio that I was recording my own music at, Tuned, shout out Jeff in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I mean, shit, you could come take on some sessions or whatever. Um, and so that's when I was doing sessions with like Hood Stars, and I was doing like old school sessions, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I was earning my stripes, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But yeah, I was working, and I was learning, and I was fucking up for sure. But I was important thing that they really threw me in, and it was cool. Now I don't like. There's only maybe on hand, there might be 2 people on this planet that I will let record me. Other than that, I'll put myself on loop record if I'm in a big studio session, or I would
Mm-hmm.
record it myself and send it. I I hate when people record me. They're too slow.
Yeah, definitely, man.
They so slow.
Corina was been the only girl that have engineer for me. You know what I mean? And she was good. She was fast. You know what I mean? Because it's good. Man, it's like a different when you work with a good engineer. You know what I mean? It makes the process a little faster, creatively, and everything. You know what I mean? So, What about you? What about you, Kalina?
Yeah, first I gotta say that's actually how I met Karina at Tune Studios, and that was like totally by like I wouldn't say accident. It was just really last minute. I needed a session, and they just happened to have an opening with B Dot, and then there was a couple times he was running a little late, and I'd be catching the tail end of Karina's sessions, and she was just like super, down to earth and helpful, and
Mm-hmm.
welcoming. And I think the other thing I wanted to say before I get into my stuff is Karina actually just recommended the microphone to me to buy because I'm trying to get into like recording my own stuff. So Karina's been
Exactly.
like someone I've looked up to, like trying to learn more about self recording and
Yeah.
production and whatnot.
Not to
So
yeah, not to cut you off, but me too. I hit up Corinne, hit her up too when I was trying to get my recording equipment and stuff. And
yeah, she said
my
a
last
lot in
record,
audio.
yeah, my last record, Libertad, I recorded it
What I'm
by
using right
myself.
now.
You know what I mean? And she was the one that gave me the game and stuff. So yeah, shout out her.
Yep, I
Yeah,
love
keep going.
it. So similarly, you know what I mean? Like I was in community college getting my my associate's degree whenever I first met y'all in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it was actually a couple conversations I had had with Rico and Danny G about like what school am I going to go to next after I graduate with my associates. And I had no idea. Like, y'all, music was not in my mind whatsoever. And so Rico was like, check out the schools in Frisco, in the Bay Area, see if there's any music programs here that like resonate with you. And at the time I was doing a lot of activism and organizing in
Mm-hmm.
within Native communities because there was a lot going on at the time. And especially like native contemporary native artists in like contemporary genres and like breaking all these stereotypes and stuff. And so I was like, I have this passion for singing. I love singing, but there's a lot of technical stuff, that I wanted to learn and like sharpen my skills with. And then there was this aspect of social justice that I felt like I had within me, but I still needed some tools, you know what I mean? So when I looked up this program, Performing Arts and Social Justice at the University of San Francisco, it was kind of like this place where I could bring all of my training as an indigenous vocalist to a music program that was saying social justice for Native people, is a very unique it looks very unique compared to a lot of other demographics. And so for me, it was just important to apply a scholarly training to creating music with a specific intention, and that is for Native and Indigenous representation and reclamation of our identities and our stories and what we've been going through, over the last several centuries here on stolen land. So to go in like beyond just my basic love for singing and music, just like applying this whole different lens so that I could start my career from jump, like knowing exactly what direction I wanted to take my artistry and how I wanted to use it for liberation.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I wanted
I
to
love
ask you.
that. Girl, they owe you to
So I wanted to ask you. You grew up over there uh, at a reservation, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, go for it.
yeah. So how was it? Tell us how was it growing up, and like when you move out of there, was it like a culture shock, or is it no different? Is it like it says the same thing? Like I don't know. I don't know if I'm
Culture
asking a
shock
stupid
for
question.
sure. Oh no, not stupid. It's
Yeah.
definitely relevant and also like definitely I grew up on the Port Madison Indian Reservation, and that is like traditionally we call it Dusak Club, the place of the clear salt water. And that's also like Seattle is traditionally Suquamish and Duwamish territory. And growing up on the res is like kind of hard to fully embrace. And in my experience was just like just being surrounded in community all the time. Of course, we have a lot of uh, trauma that our communities and our families have been working through for a few generations. In addition to that intergenerational trauma, we also have, been resilient in revitalizing our culture. After the United States has attempted so many ways to assimilate us and break our spirits and, what I mean, dehumanize us. And a lot of people, would compare reservations to concentration camps or so-called ghettos, or, what I mean, like these
Mm-hmm.
very specific areas that they confine our peoples to, a lot of poverty on us. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so as we recognize, right, the struggle that exists on a lot of reservations, we also recognize it's by design. And like, while I had a very traumatic childhood, and I was impacted by every system that exists, I had a like really unique connection to the land, to our culture, to my family.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew up like really tight knit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So um it's a unique experience. The a couple examples I use from like moving, from, well, and it's also important to mention that Seattle was always a ferry ride away. So like it was probably like a 45-minute trip to get from the res over to the city. So we had a little bit more exposure to like an urban kind of culture and
Mm-hmm.
connection, going to concerts and going to sports games, and you know what I mean, eating over there, and like just
Yeah.
trips to Seattle was like
Yeah.
accessible to a lot of us. But at the same time, like going from a small community where, you say hello to everybody, you stop and talk and how you doing, to like the city where there's all these millions of people in a 7 by 7 mile radius. Like,
Yeah.
holy, it was like, you know what I mean, very very stimulating. And I feel like the pace of the city was one thing I really had to adjust to compared to life on the res. But I love to adapt, you know what I mean? So
For
I
sure.
feel like moving here just expanded my consciousness, my comfort, my ability to like try some new and like learn from hella people here.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
I've been here for
That's up.
like going on 7 years now, so it's crazy.
For
But
sure, for sure. So Karina, my daughter, what I mean, she be singing and what I mean, doing all kind of stuff. I don't know if she gonna be an entertainer and entertainer or not. But like as a female in this industry, like what advice will you give her? Like on how to conduct herself. Because you know how motherfuckers be like in the studio, especially with girls. Like they be in the studio, they might not. You say you're an artist, you're a musician, but they're not respecting that. What I mean, they still trying to highlight and stuff like that. You know how it is. What I mean, especially in the Bay Area. So, what advice would you give my daughter or how to conduct herself? You know what I mean, like in those environments, being a female artist.
I mean, luckily she has a daddy who is all the way cemented in the Bay
Yeah,
Area music industry. So
yeah.
I feel like she not gonna have to not deal with a lot of bullshit just because
Yeah.
of you. But
Hmm.
for another girl who maybe doesn't have a dad who's already in music, or a parent, or relative that's already in music, because I
Yeah.
didn't. I came in and shit like fresh. Um, you got to deal with a lot of bullshit. And I did have to go through the invites to the studio where I thought it was legit, and motherfuckers try to take you
Hmm.
in another room. And I'm talking about, like,
Hmm.
I've dealt with
Hmm.
all that weird ass, weird
Hmm.
ass, weird ass, weird ass. Like, and
Yeah.
mind you, at the time I was a kid. So, like, I dealt with all that weird ass shit. But, you just you have to know what you want, and you have to understand that there's gonna be people who don't take you seriously, and like you have to be the dopest. You have to be as dope
Yeah.
as possible because that's the only way they gon' even slightly respect you. Because if you a mid artist, you gonna get taken advantage of as a woman and you by yourself. And if you a little naive and shit, oh, they
Yeah.
gonna dog you. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. Yeah.
Luckily, at the time when I started, I I know I was dope. You know, I rapped so hard. I put everything I had into rapping.
Hmm.
I focused on metaphors. I understood cadences. I knew how to switch my flow. I experimented. I used to chop, which is means rap really fast. So send it one hand and take it in front of the ass. Said it, put it. I really like Texas music.
Woo.
So like yeah, I used to like chop. Like I used to rap really fast. If you look at like my old music, I rapped fast as fuck. Uh, and you know, luckily it kind of got me in certain doors. And I was lucky enough to when I was around like 16, I found a crew that was like stay tuned and they were all older, but they all
Hmm.
kind of little assist me, which
For
helped a
sure.
lot because it helped
For
me
sure.
like not have to deal with a lot of shit because when I walk in the room, I got 3 grown ass men behind me, you know,
For sure.
making sure that nothing weird is happening. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it helps. But it's I mean, now we're kind of in a much more independent um age of music to where you just have to be super super aware. Don't put yourself in no weird situations. Have people go with you to your studio sessions, you know what I'm saying, even if it's just
Hmm.
like one person, you know what I'm saying. I would
Hmm.
say, bring your homegirl, but sometimes that could even be tricky because they're gonna try to get your homegirl too, you know what I'm saying. You might gotta
Yeah.
bring your brother figure, you know what I'm saying, some
Definitely.
type of dude with you. It's fucked up, but to be safe, you do gotta do that. But not everybody out here is a predator. There are some really solid people, and
Definitely.
you'll find it. But just move accordingly. And I would say just really don't fall for the okie doke. A lot of motherfuckers
Definitely.
out here is trying to sell a dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you from the Bay, for the most part, you understand when a motherfucker trying to sell you a dream. You know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, listen, yeah, you gotta just listen to your intuition. You'll be all right. As long as your intuition telling you like, oh, that's some bullshit. As long as you got a
Definitely.
nice little bullshit radar on you, you'll be able to move
Definitely, definitely.
for
Yeah,
sure.
man. It's like for females, it's like you say, like you gotta be dope for them to take you seriously. Like you gotta be super dope. They like, oh, okay, yeah, she's serious. She's not coming over here to bullshit. You know what I mean? So
You
that's
have to
another
be
question
doper
I
than
have for
them.
you
You have
guys.
to.
Yeah, that's another question I have for you guys. Like, you guys feel as a female, you got more pressure of to come harder. You can Kalina, you can answer.
I feel like I don't have any pressure on me but to just always try to improve. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Like there's nobody that's going to be more more critical of me than myself.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I've really had to learn is that, as someone who has kind of struggled with perfectionism for most of my life as a trauma response, like
Mm-hmm.
I would always just want to be, I want to be at this level before this, that, or the other. And then the other part of that is like, you know, you can't stay, stuck. You can't be too critical. You got to put stuff out there and then kind of measure, engage, use that as a gauge to keep growing. And what I found was like there's this really delicate balance of the first impression that you make on folks. You obviously want that to be strong, but
Mm-hmm.
it's never going to be perfect. And once you put stuff out there, like folks are there to support and listen, and there's so many people who, really about just like support who like express ourselves. Like that
Yeah,
takes a lot more courage than most people realize.
for real.
So I really had to like kind of tell myself like I'm going at my own pace. I'm not comparing myself to anybody. Obviously I can look to folks as inspiration, and I can set goals to, want to like just like strive
Yeah,
to be like somebody I respect, or to do what what level or lane they're on, but like also just like really reclaiming my own personal journey that could never be exes. So that's something that, I feel like right now the pressure is that it's really shitty times for a lot of us, but at the same time the shift is happening. Like, a lot of us are recognizing the collective power that we have, and we know
Mm.
that music has always been a tool for us. Music has always been, another extension of ourselves as we're like navigating life in general and oppression and all this stuff. So at the end of the day, um, if I'm healing and I'm, trying my best to put out vibrations into the world that can make someone else's life maybe just a little bit easier, or at least not cause them to suffer, like, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm okay with that. So that's kind of the narrative I've been kind of just sharing with myself as time goes on. I don't want to rush nothing. I also don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yo, Corina, so you've been doing this for a long time, right? Um,
Mhm.
right now a lot of people are stuck, like a lot of fans, I don't know, they don't have an open mind. They stuck on numbers and stuff. Like big numbers on YouTube, big numbers on Spotify, big numbers on, sometimes they might hear a good song, but if we don't have big numbers, they not gonna say it's good. You know what I mean? Like right now, the people are so brainwashed with that. So like, what keeps you going after doing it for, like, 18 years already, 20 years? You know, uh, it's different type of success out here. Some people measure success by numbers. Some people measure success by whatever. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you're an artist and you got fan base and people supporting you and you got merch and people buying the merch, I feel like you already being successful. You know what I mean? So what keep you going after doing it for so long?
I mean, the difference between me and a lot of the other people
Yeah.
is this is all I've ever wanted to do since I was a small child. I knew
Mm-hmm.
when I wrote that little first song, I remember getting in the car with my stepdad and I'm like, I want to be a rapper. I want to make music. And he was like, you can do whatever you want to do. And I was like, yo, bet. You know what I'm saying? That was very important for him to say that. Um, and ever since that, about 8, 9 years old, this is literally, I wake up thinking about this. I go to sleep thinking about this. And like, life, you grow, you get distracted, or,
Yeah.
relationships, or just life hits you and you get distracted and shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I always come back to this. Like, I don't imagine myself going in any other field or doing anything else. This is all I want to do. This is all I know really how to do well. Um, I've been prepping this for this like my whole life. So even if I don't end up being like a rap superstar, I
Mm-hmm.
know that I will be in music, whether it's songwriting, whether it's producing. I know I'm gonna have studios. I'm not rushing it
Yeah.
because I know it's gonna happen. I don't want to do that because that's like, to me, that's like settling down. You know what I'm saying? Once COVID clear up and I could go back outside, I have so many records that I'm like, yo, who needs records? Like, what we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was built for this. I was
Yeah.
literally designed for this.
Definitely.
I've been building myself. I've been building myself to do this since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I know that. So it's like I don't really have to like find a reason to keep going. It really bothers me when people get on social media and make an announcement that they're quitting. Oh, this music shit, I don't fuck with this shit. It bothers me because I'm like, you were not built for this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Leave. Like, go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the game's so saturated. You're emotional about motherfuckers not supporting you. I don't do this shit so the next motherfucker could tell me I'm good. I never did. This shit
Definitely.
started as an outlet. This was my outlet. This is how I expressed myself. I was going through a lot when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? This is how I talked. I couldn't talk to my parents. I had no siblings to talk to at the time. You know what I'm saying? This
Mm-hmm.
was how I communicated. This is how I got it out. And I love music so much, you know what I'm saying? So to me, there's never gonna be no public announcement talking about, man, fuck this shit. I don't fuck with this. Never, never. I'm gonna do something. Even if
Yeah.
I don't put out records, I'm doing something. I'm writing somebody else's records. I'm producing somebody else's records. I'm putting them together. I'm gonna do something around something. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So what gets me up in the morning is Shit, I don't want to be. I've had jobs. I hate them. I'm trash at jobs. I am so trash. If you hire me to work in an office, I won't get fired because I got finesse. I am from the Bay, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna work hard. I'm not working
yeah.
hard for shit. Fuck this. You don't tell me what to do. Fuck this shit. This is so dumb. And then I start talking to my head boss, trying to tell me what to do. You old miserable motherfucker. I hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know I can't have a job. So it's like, how
Definitely.
am I gonna survive? I'm gonna survive by being in music somehow, some way. I'm gonna make some shit work. Luckily, as you know, you get older, you start getting more paid opportunities and gigs and placements and whatever have you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing this for a very, 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 very long time. So
I mean,
it's
yeah,
cool.
you
It's
good
not
at
really
it. You
hard
are
for me
being
to keep going.
successful at it. You had a placement on a TV show recently, right?
Yeah, I actually have another one either this month or next month. I gotta look at
Yeah,
my
man.
email.
Yeah,
I got
she
another
out
one
here
on.
killing the game. She out here doing her
You
thing,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
You feel me?
They should have never told me about placements. I was like, I could be in my pajamas and my shit get played on the fucking TV and I get a check and I just sit there and
You feel me?
my shit go, the Shazams go up. You like, wow, I didn't even promote it. I didn't even post it. Like, boom, numbers is
Exactly.
crazy. Like, yeah, I fuck with placements.
You
Sync,
probably getting
man,
paid
sync.
right
Y'all
now.
better learn about some sync.
If they playing that TV show right now, you probably getting paid right now.
Oh no, for sure. I'm sitting, I'm chilling, minding my business.
Hey man, hey, thank you guys.
Hey.
Thank you guys for doing the interview. Have fun. Can you tell you people where they can find you? Tell your Instagram. Colleen, I know you also do you have merchandise, but you also do the necklace. I don't know if you have any necklace around that you can show. No. All right, guys. So follow her on the Instagram. Tell the people your Instagram.
Yeah, my Instagram is just my name at Kalina Lawrence, CALINALAWRENCE. And that's where I post my B work too. And you can also pretty much look at Rakas page, and anytime you see them rocking a beaded medallion, I'm just super honored that y'all rep. That's actually how, if I would not be a musician today, I swear, because I would
Oh
not have come
man.
to Frisco. Like the way that it all unfolded was like really had a lot to do with connecting with y'all. So I appreciate you guys for, like embracing my artistry on multiple levels. You know what I mean? That
For
means
sure.
a lot to me. But all my music's on Spotify, iTunes. My last single, The Way, that was mixed and mastered by Karina over here.
Oh man, that's
And
crazy.
Hey.
yep. She did her thing on that for sure. And that was all during like the beginning of COVID too. So the other thing
During
about
the
like
riots
just
and all the shit, I remember that song.
being a woman in this industry, you know what I mean? It's really dope that we can connect and uplift other women too. So that's been super fun. But yep, I'm just, working on some new stuff. I got a couple new releases coming out this year. So I'm super excited for that. And one day, I know I'm gonna collab with you guys, but I'm trying to reach, I'm trying to get better before I.
That for sure. For sure, it's
But
gonna
you,
happen,
you know
man.
what
You're
I
part of the
mean?
Raka family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
Thank y'all. I
happen for sure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Corina. Tell the people
You
we just
know
play your.
time I'm recording again. Hit me.
Yo, we just play your video
I'm a haggler.
Dominoes. You know what I mean? What else you got? What else you got out? That was your latest video, right? Dominoes.
No, I dropped Make It Make Sense where my face was on the little coin after that.
Make it make sense. We have make that video. Okay, after this we gonna play the people that video. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Tell the people your Instagram and you know what I mean where they can find you.
Oh yeah. Y'all can find me on Instagram. My name is Karina Music. Karina spelled with an X. XARINA Music. That's Instagram. My website is karina.co. You could get some merch on there, whatever. Um, if you're a songwriter, if you're an artist, you need some, I'm talking about. We can we can produce and
Sauce.
write some records for you for sure, for sure. Yeah, we got sauce for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
she got the
definitely down to
sauce.
work. Um, we doing all that. I'm just dropping singles
He froze. Okay. All right. Hey, he froze, but man, that was outrageous, Karina. You know what I mean? My sister Kalina Lawrence, man, check them out. You know what I mean? Beautiful sisters. You know what I mean? Talented sisters. You know what I mean? Man, shout out to the chat room, man. Manero Big Chris in that motherfucker. ¿Qué lo que es? Hey, Miguel Bonilla, ¿qué lo que es, mi hermano? Respect to the maximum. You know what I mean? Travis. Hey, mi bro allá en México. Ese man fiel a la marca. Fiel a la marca, mi bro allá en México. Pronto nos vemos. Nadie me lo dio, nadie me lo dio. Luis Rivera, que sopa. ¿Quién mata ahí? Cristian Carrillo, you know what I mean? That's Big Chris, you know what I mean? Shout out to Big Chris, you know what I mean? Stone Raider, what's up, bro? Chilling, aquí estamos aquí, you know what I mean? Yo, shout out California Dreaming for having us, you know what I mean? Which camera am I at, man? Is that one? That one over there, yeah. Shout out California Dreaming, you know what I mean? Shout out DJ Epic, you know what I mean? Shout out everybody, man. Shout out y'all that over there watching us, todo el mundo que está en sintonía. Muchas gracias de corazón, se lo agradecemos. You know what I mean? Check out my brother Rakas new video, Nadie Me Lo Dio, El Flow Californiano 2 coming soon. You know what I mean? I got some new music coming soon. Pero por ahora mimito, Nadie Me Lo Dio, Navidad, chequea Libertad, chequea No Me Digas Nada, chequea Raka Music. Lo vamos a dar, mi gente, con la canción de Corina. ¿Cómo que se llama, mi bro? Make it make sense, man. You need me in the song? Make it make sense, my nigga. This is RakaTV, man. We out. Yee!
Yeah, ay. Yeah, ay. Yeah, ay. Yeah.
Joy Riser don't play.
Man.
Play.
That ass nigga trying to be in my ear with some dumb shit, some broke shit, some stupid shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you talking to me for? What you want me to do about it? Make that shit make sense, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. Make it make sense. All in my face with no kind of bread. Make it make sense. Tryna get in these goods with no kind of head. Make it make sense. You tryna be buddies, all my friends are dead. Make it make sense. Me giving a fuck about what a nigga say. Make it make sense. Make it. Ay, make it make sense. Can you make it make sense? Make it, yeah. Make it make sense. Can you, yeah. Make it make sense. Never been one for the fractions. Want the whole thing, whole package, whole thing, no rations. Ain't for above satisfaction. On the hip hop, Bo Jackson. And all my lanes, I got traction. Just wanna mention the crashing. Hope I could translate the passion. Passing the time with no action. Make me feel guilty, go batshit. Imagine me flopping, that's tragic. I am not letting it happen. Never creating a classic. I will not die till I have it. Bitch, I'm a star, not an asterisk. Can't wrap a diamond in plastic. Yeah. Fake love, fake clothes, fake niggas, fake hoes. I don't do none of those. That shows. A1, day one. Stack up, make funds. Don't do reruns. Move up, make your face sense. All in my face with no kind of bread. Make it make sense. Tryna get in these goods with no kind of head. Make it make sense. You tryna be buddies, all my friends are dead. Make it make sense. Me giving a fuck about what a nigga say. Make it make sense. Make it, ay, make it make sense. Can you, make it make sense? Make it, yeah, make it make sense. Can you, ay, make it make sense? Work the plan and keep the bag tight. If you don't get the picture, you got bad light. Common sense, you better see the light. I got logic in me, but I ain't half white. If I told you no, then don't ask twice. Second time, I won't act nice.
Tuve que confiar en lo mío. Nadie me creía, abrí mi propio camino. Nadie me lo dio. Esto es sangre y sudor, solo sabe Dios. Dios mío. Esto es sangre y sudor, soy una... Gracias, Señor, por darme la fuerza de seguir adelante. Yo sé que tú estás mandando a tu angelito que me cuide. Uno ve la cara, no los corazones. Sonríen en tu cara y te quieren joder. Cuando das la mano te la quieren morder. Todo lo que soñaba ya yo lo logré. No perdí fe, no tiene precio lo que sacrifique. Aunque sé que es algo que la gente no ve, yo sigo siendo el mismo, no cambio colores. Tuve que confiar en lo mío, nadie me creía, abrí mi propio camino. Nadie me lo dio, nadie me lo dio. Esto es sangre y sudor, solo sabe Dios. Dios mío, Dios mío. Tú no sabes nada de esto. Tus cofrenes que andan muertos andan presos. No sabes cómo es este proceso. Para entenderla tienes que haberla vivido. En una mano cuenta todos tus amigos. La regla de la vida que yo siempre sigo. A pesar de muchas cosas no me he rendido. Yo sigo siendo humilde, no me he vendido. Están esperando que yo me muera para mencionar mi nombre. Están esperando que a mí me entierren para después darme mis flores. Quiero mandarle mi respeto a todos los artistas que vinieron antes de mí. Ya llevo más de 15 años de carrera representando donde soy. Somos uno de los primeros artistas urbanos de ser nominados a los Grammy. Somos los primeros artistas latinos de cantar en Coachella. Todas las puertas que hemos abierto a base de mucho sacrificio. Y con todo lo que hemos contribuido, ustedes son sinvergüenza y malagradecidos.